Just one advice. What advice would you give to all the potential applicants? Sorry，看我自己同学了，再重录一遍，尴尬疯掉了。What if you? Are you still here?
Yeah, yes I am.
So what subject do you do?
I do PP.
Wow, that's very impressive. That's very difficult. So what's the reason? Do you think that's like you got into PP? You got accepted?
I think I have a inherent interest in every single of the three subjects, and I think the tutors, when they interviewed me, they were able to see that, and that combined with good grades, I think that motivated them to accept me.
Wow. Do you remember the day you got the offer from Oxford PPE? Like,
yeah, I remember.
What were you doing like when you saw the offer?
Well, it's a bit embarrassing, but I was actually in the bathroom actually, and I was on my phone, and I got the email, and I was like, and it was in a public bathroom, so I couldn't be loud or anything, right? Yeah. And I got the email, and I was just like so shocked. I just froze. I froze, and then I had to go outside, and I started telling everybody like, oh my god, I just got into Oxford.
So like you just start calling everybody, or like did you tell anyone first? Or
yeah, I
for example, your girlfriend.
I didn't know I didn't know her yet at the time, but sorry. But I called my parents. I called my best friend. Yeah. I texted a bunch of friends. Yeah.
Good. So if you have to give one piece of advice to like all the people around the world applying to Oxford PP, what would that be?
I think, let me see. I think just make sure to really have the right reasons, like why you're studying PPE. Like, don't do it for the prestige and for the reputation of the degree, rather because you have an interest in each of the three subjects, you know, and like really explore those interests and like have a good general knowledge on each of the three things.
Wow. Do you have any question or message for the next person I interview?
I would ask them like another Oxford student. Okay, I would ask them to maybe detail say their motivation for doing their degree and what they want to do after as well.
Oh, sure. Okay. Are you guys student?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
What program do you do?
I do medicine.
Medicine. Okay.
Yeah.
I do medicine too.
Wow, that's very difficult. So, what do you think is the reason that you got accepted on the program of medicine?
I think I had quite a bit of passion for the course, and when I was asked the questions, I worried more about sort of showing my enthusiasm rather than getting the questions right, and that went in my favor.
Good point. How about you?
Well, I didn't get into Oxford, but
No, it's alright. Medicine is difficult everywhere.
But I would say like I was pretty confident when I was answering my questions, and I didn't memorize any answers. It's quite natural, like why I wanted to do medicine, so it was easier for me to answer.
Wow. Like, do you guys still remember the moment or the day that you got the offer from this particular program you're doing right now?
Yeah, I think I remember I was in one of my A-level psychology classes, and both of my friends next to me knew I was waiting, and then it all happened at once. We were really happy. Yeah.
So like you're surrounded by your friend.
Yeah. It was.
What did you do afterwards? Like after you confirmed that's the offer?
Well, we got really excited, and our teacher was a bit confused, and then after we just went and had lunch together. And
okay. So what about you? Do you remember the moment?
Yeah, I was. It was Easter holidays, so it was like a week before my birthday. So I didn't get any offers until then. So I was hoping that I'd get something over Easter, like for medicine. So I was really happy when I got an offer. So that was good.
If there's one piece of advice you guys gonna give to all the potential applicants to a medicine program, what would that be?
I would say find fellow medics and sort of work together. I know you're competing with each other, but the help you get from talking to other people is really, really good.
I'd say like be strategic when you're applying to medical schools. Like apply to the parts that you're strong at, because like every medical school will be looking for different type of things.
So the last person I interviewed ask you guys this question: what motivates you to do medicine?
Oh, that's
like in just one sentence.
I think I quite enjoyed the science aspect as well as the ability to sort of help people with all my knowledge. So yeah, that pretty much.
I'd say I'm like quite sociable person. I'm like quite extroverted. So like I like talking to people. Like, so I think having a job where like most of your career you're just meeting new people, talking to different people from like different like walks of life is amazing.
But you mean like different patients of yours?
Yeah, different patients.
That's very special reason, very meaningful.
Nice.
So, are you a student?
Yes,
What program do you do?
MBA.
MBA. Wow. So, what do you remember the moment you got the offer from MBA Oxford?
Yeah,
Yeah. What were you doing back then?
almost crying, celebrating.
Oh, really? What were you doing before you got the offer? The moment.
I was taking a coffee early morning on a Friday,
Okay.
2 days before my wedding. Well, 1 day before my wedding.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Real for real?
yeah, it was amazing.
Wow. So, what did you do after you got the offer? After you saw the offer?
I called my friends,
Fiancé.
my fiance. Yeah, well, I mean, we couldn't talk because we were like in a period of 1 week of not talking before the wedding, so we couldn't talk. So I called my parents, my grandparents, my friends. Yeah, basically.
Wow. So, why did you do an MBA? So, what were you before this degree?
Well, I was doing a startup before. I've been running a startup for 3 years.
Wow. In what industry?
Health tech.
Wow.
Yeah, in Mexico City. So basically, I wanted to jump to the next level to build a new, bigger and better one.
Wow. Well, that's very good. Like, if you could say just one piece of advice to all the people who are trying to apply for MBA at Oxford, what would that be?
Well, basically, go for it. Don't be scared of the process. It's a hard process, but it's doable. You know, go for it. Just there's no way of losing.
What would you ask or what would you say to the next person I interview? You can ask a question or send a message. Yeah.
Just
A few moments later.
what are their main hobbies here in Oxford? And-
Oh, wow.
Yeah, or share their recommendation lists.
All right. Okay. So, what are the hobbies that you can do in Oxford?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Are you a student?
Yeah,
What do you study?
higher education.
Higher education. So, do you remember the moment you got the offer from Oxford?
Yeah, actually, the moment I got the offer, I was sitting on the faculty's floor. And
Oh,
then-
where?
Yeah,
Which faculty?
my undergrad faculty. Yeah, in UCL. Yeah, and then that time I was sitting on the floor and then like screening and like being very excited about that. Yeah, and to like double check and triple check whether I can meet the conditions of the conditional offer. Like very excited, crazy excited.
Yeah, you're still excited now. So, what did you do after you confirmed the offer? What did you call someone or like?
Yeah, like I call my parents and I call all of my best friends to like notify them. Oh, I got the offer from Oxford. Like so excited. It's like amazing. Yeah.
Right. What do you think is the reason you got into Oxford? If you could say there's one reason.
I think it's because I had a lot of like relevant internship experiences.
Oh, wow.
and
Where?
also, like in the United Nations and also in some other international organizations. So I think that's the reason. Because I don't think I'm a very outstanding person in GPA.
Yeah, no.
Like there are a lot of like very excellent candidates in Oxford that got a, like very very high, amazingly high GPA, but I'm not this group of candidates. So I think
right.
an extra asset would be like an important factor.
So like actual curriculum activity matters.
Yeah, I think it really matters.
So just one advice. What advice would you give to all the potential applicants? Sorry, 看我自己同学啊，在重录一遍，尴尬崩掉了。What if you? OK， 我从来没有断过，我也是做了几次了没有断。OK，what advice would you give to all the potential applicants applying to a particular program at Oxford?
I think the most important thing is to like stay passionate about the program that you're applying for and to think very clearly about why the rationale in terms of why you're applying for this program and the logical connection in between your past experiences and the requirements of this program. I think it's like as important as your academic outcomes.
Oh my God. Yeah, I totally agree. That's very meaningful. Yeah. Okay, so the last person I interviewed asked you this question. What's a hobby, particularly for Oxford? What's a good hobby for Oxford?
Good hobby.
Yeah, good hobby.
I would say it's attending the Model United Nations conference. Yeah.
Why?
We were just coming back from Oxford Global MUN, and I was the chair, and she's also chair, co-chair. Yeah.
Wow, I met some officials. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Oxford really values the students with like potential, the potence of like attending the international affairs activities or something like that, to have global awareness, international views and perspectives.
Yeah, I agree. International affairs, yeah, leadership. Okay. What question or what message would you want me to ask to the next person I interview? You can ask a question or like send a video message or something. I will tell them or ask them word by word.
What kind of challenges are you currently facing in terms of studying Oxford, and how you are planning to overcome this kind of obstacle?
Okay, that's very interview type, but yeah, okay.
All right.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Are you a student?
I'm actually not a student right now. Sorry.
But were you a student before? I hear.
I was a student before.
Oh, so what were you studying?
I was doing history.
History. Wow. So, do you remember the moment you got the offer from History Oxford? What were you doing?
Well, it was COVID actually, so it was yeah, everything was pretty quiet, pretty dead. I was in Prague, and I was sitting at the laptop on my desk in the living room when the email came through.
Okay.
It was pretty funny. I actually screamed out loud. My girlfriend
Literally?
was yeah, I literally screamed out of like excitement. My girlfriend was in the other room. And she came to me to basically say, "Do you hear this crazy man on the street?" Because the noise traveled out my window and through her window, and she thought I was some. She thought I was some random guy.
Crazy one. So what did you do after you confirmed the offer? You just did you call anybody besides your girlfriend, or
Yeah, my.
or did you do
parents.
it? Oh yeah, your parents. Yeah. So the last person I interviewed want me to ask you this. What's the biggest challenge you met recently? Maybe not necessarily just in terms of academic, right? Anything, could be anything. What's the biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge.
Oh, you like here just sweet success after sweet success.
I'm trying to think of which one's the biggest challenge.
You're trying to pick one.
Exactly.
What question or like what message would you want me to tell the next person I interview from you? I will just tell them or ask them word by word.
Okay. In 5 years' time, you're drinking a cup of coffee or tea somewhere. Where is that? Both the city and also the exact sort of coffee shop. Where is that? Why is it that? What are you drinking?
So are you a student?
Yes, I am.
What program do you do?
Psychology.
Psychology. Wow. Do you remember the moment that you got the offer in psychology Oxford?
Kind of. Technically, I'm like a visiting student, so I was
I know,
actually
so, yeah.
I was back in America, and I was in my physics class, and I just like got the email. It was really exciting. Yeah.
So so you were in your physics class. So what did you do after you confirmed? Okay, it's an offer. Did you call anyone or like say anything to your classmates?
I told my mom first because she was the most like hesitant about me going. I'm like, yeah, I actually got in this time, so yeah.
Wow. Okay, good. So what do you think is the reason you got the chance here to visit Oxford?
I feel like it has to do a lot with just like my previous experience in like psychology
What?
and such.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's in school, like just like doing things that's related to like my subject that I'm studying for.
So it's more like research or like some internship experience as well? Or?
Kind of like a both, like research and like internships, and also like the previous courses I took.
Wow. Well, if you have to give one piece of advice to all the potential applicants to this particular program at Oxford, well, worldwide, what would that be? Just one piece.
I'd say just go for it. Just like try, like just try. You never know. Yeah.
So like believe in ourselves.
Yeah, just believe in yourself.
Good
Yeah,
girl.
the answer's always no if you don't ask. So yeah.
Okay, so this question might be very suitable for you. So the last person I interviewed want me to ask you this. In 5 years, in precise 5 years later, you are drinking a cup of coffee or tea at the coffee shop. Where would that be? In 5 years later, it's gonna be interesting for you, right?
Yeah. Oh, so I'm actually like pre-med. So I would probably be 5 years time. I'd be like in my residency. So hopefully in some sort of hospital, like at Starbucks in a hospital, drinking coffee. Yeah.
Wow, coffee at hospital.
Yeah.
Wow. So what would you want me to ask the next person I interview, or what would you mean? Like you could send a video message or ask a question, anything.
Okay. I would say to ask them, like, what was their, I guess, deepest fear in like applying to Oxford?